I moved this over a little bit so it wasn't right in front of the window. Hello. Okay, this dude just walked in from outside. You look really filthy.
Got a little dirt. A little bit.
Are you going to change? Or are you going to try to?
No, I'm definitely going to change and wash my face and my
Self.
hands.
All right, let's see where we go to live chat here. Hello, everybody. Hey, Lone Star Living. Yes. Brianna, I'm glad you made it. Trying to turn this.
All right, I'm going to go change.
Okay, I'll help you. All right, goodness, that is shaking. Hello, hello. I didn't think Jeremiah was going to make it back in. I was waiting on him, but I heard the equipment turn off. He's been working all day. Yes, Rose, I am feeling better. Thank you so much. It was really Wednesday and Thursday that I was actually like really sick. And then Friday, I was mostly just dehydrated and recovering. So, Oh, hey, Little Creek Homestead, Sammy, how are you? Thank you, Tina. We appreciate you. Hey, 180 degrees from average, Stivers. Hey, Jesse Small Homestead from Washington State. I had the joy of going to Washington State for the first time a month or so ago and absolutely loved it. It was just a gorgeous place for sure. Yes, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you so much, Alternative Smallholding. Oh, Red Panda Ann, my weekend has been really good. It's been really busy. But I've been in the garden a little bit this evening, and I just walked around and was shooting a vlog for you guys. You'll see it on Tuesday. And just kind of walking around in the golden hour, my favorite time of day. It's absolutely perfect outside. Maya will be back here in just a second. He actually just walked in. He's popped in the first few seconds of this video, but he literally just walked in the door. He's been working outside all day, and he is pretty filthy. So he just came in and is going to go get ready, and he'll be here in a second. Thank you, Finbar Malin. Thank you for that kind comment. That is so sweet. I'm so glad to hear that. Single Dad Homesteading. We love you too. Guys, Single Dad Homesteading. This tickles me so much. I literally was driving home today thinking about this because Pecan Acres Homestead, thank you. Okay, so I am in awe all the time of how fast our channel's grown, how many of you comment and support us and reach out to us. Our Facebook community, Friends of Roots and Refuge Farm, is amazing. It's such an incredible place of support for gardening. The gifts that we receive, just all of that stuff. This community regularly blows me away. But I'm going to be really frank with you. The number 150,000 does not feel real to me. Like, I have a hard time equating that with real people. When I talk to you, you're real people. But like the number 150,000, I cannot wrap my mind around that. Just being entirely honest. I hope that does not make me sound like a terrible person. But I just have a hard time wrapping my mind around that. And so yesterday, I woke up and I was thinking about Chris from Single Dad Homesteading. I just woke up and it's just on my mind. God does that sometimes, you know, he just puts people in your heart. So I usually will just pray for people and kind of just be like, okay, just really praying for them. And I ended up going and watching some of his videos. And then, first I saw Anna from Mimsy's Garden had made a post encouraging people to go help Chris get his watch hours so he could get monetized. And so I went, I was watching his videos and drinking my coffee, and I just went on and shared a little bit about him on a vlog, just really briefly encouraging people to go subscribe to him and watch some videos, help him get to the point where he can get monetized. Because as a single dad and a vet, I mean, truly that is, we want to support single parents. We want to support veterans. We want to support small YouTube channels. So we're like, yeah, let's go support this awesome dude to get monetized. y'all. Like, what is it at this point? Like, I think if you're still in here, like, what is it at this point that, like, it's almost doubled. It's been almost, he's gotten like 1,500. Okay, we went from 1,743 to 3,497 in like a day. Okay, so I'm driving home he messaged Maya earlier. Maya told me. And I'm driving home today. And like while I was in town today, I'm trying to like get a grasp of 1,500 people essentially. And so like I'm in Kroger today and I'm looking around and I'm like, I wonder if there are 1,500 people in here. Like 1,500 actual people watched that vlog and they were moved in their hearts to go and support someone and help someone. 1,500 people thought, I want to do something good. They thought, oh, this could help him. Does that not like restore your faith in humanity to know how many people there are that are like so quick to do small gestures to help people? I don't know. Like I'm driving home. I'm looking around at all the cars. I'm like, how many people is this? And how many people times this is the 1,500 that just went and subscribed to Single Dad Homesteading? Like I'm like trying to wrap my head around that number. So yes, thank you, Stivers. Y'all definitely throw the link up there to Single Dad Homesteading, and let's see if we can get him even more. Oh, to family homestead. People are just so precious. Oh shoot!
What are you doing?
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so I don't know Goss family, but I think that we got it. It's showing up now. I think your comments are showing up now, Robin. It looks like it's showing up now. I know y'all had sent me a message and I went on and I couldn't find anywhere where you guys, I don't know why they weren't showing up, but I think I can see it. So,
Go play on the couch.
Yep. So what do you guys think? Isn't that not amazing? Isn't that just like the coolest thing? Thank you, Robin. I love to hear that. Look at Sweet Maya, guys. I haven't even seen him all day. He's been out working. Look at his little sweet self. Oh, so how's it been?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Jeremiah's been working so hard. We found out that we only have the excavator for
a week from tomorrow.
8 more days now. And so
I mean, I have the excavator until a week from tomorrow. Josh is taking it for 2 weeks to do some work, and then I'm getting it back until he needs it again. So it's not like, but by the time oh dang, I almost said it out loud. By the time it leaves, and then we go to get the new animal, I will not get it back again. So I've got to get all of what I need to get done with it done between now and next Monday. So I got on it early and have been on it until 7, which is when we went live. I was actually a couple minutes late.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I know it seems like I'm attracted to you're just sitting on your butt, but it is.
You have to be very mentally aware of what you're doing, obviously.
And it shakes and you're moving,
machinery,
and like
you're also getting filthy.
It wears on you because I mean, obviously, I would much rather be doing that than pulling these trees out by hand. But
Sweet Maya has been on the track coast so much that literally he's laying down at night, like falling asleep, like
I'm
operating
it like
go
this
to the
brings
bed.
the bucket in, this brings it out, boom in, boom down, close it down. I've gotten so good with it though, I can twist the cap of a bottle of water off with just the Traco.
What?
You can ask Dan from Pure Hearts Homestead.
So yeah, Dan from Pure Hearts Homestead came out here yesterday and helped, and Ben Turn came out here and helped. He's going on a float trip today.
If y'all think I can do some work, y'all don't even know.
Yeah, Ben Turn has been literally a gift from God.
Kill some work.
Quite seriously, that guy is amazing and like just a it's just incredible to see a 22-year-old that's so focused on what he wants to do with his life, that he wants to
and learn
and
learn. Just work. Like,
I mean, he's like a sponge and learning stuff. So it's really awesome. He's been a huge blessing to us, and we're, looking for every way we can be a blessing to him. Branscombe Farm, you're getting a new animal too. What are you getting?
We can't tell you.
Well, no, I'm asking Branscombe Farm what they're getting.
They're asking us, like, we already said we were. But I almost told you just now because I'm so tired.
Wholesome Roots. I need to text you actually something. So let's check your phone. I'm typing in Wholesome Roots, not what you're saved on my phone.
Homestead in the Highlands, we got 2 white peacocks yesterday. That's
Whoa,
awesome.
Whoa, cool.
Gossmania, I really do like their channel. They mimicked our garden beds. They did a really good job.
And they posted the video, and
they actually look better than ours.
Really? Awesome. Go Gossmania.
Well, everyone's looks better than ours because ours was the first rendition. Now, if I was to start over again, I would do it different and it would look better. But also, I wouldn't have teenagers. I'd have Ben Turn help me. Teenagers, they just don't care. Wish I could stay, but I have to go edit a video. 03:30 alarm comes early. That sucks, dude. I don't ever want to wake up at 3:30 and have to go do something. But have fun with that. See you later, John. Garden tour's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
What garden tour?
Yeah, the garden tour will be up tomorrow.
Yeah,
for sure.
One of the cool things that I'm doing in clearing, and especially a lot of the underbrush and smaller stuff, is that the horses will be way more visible from our property because they're in the pasture on the other side of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that is that once all this is done, Little Creek Homestead, you need to see my Baker Creek video.
Oh, Chris said I missed a lot of the comments. Sorry, guys. I can't chat because he has new subs popping up and won't stop. Well, we'll ruin your chat for tonight by blowing up your subscriber base. Definitely go follow Chris.
Are you feeling better?
Am I feeling fully better? What were you saying before I interrupted you just now? You were just saying something.
That
the horses, seeing the
horses.
Once
the stuff that I listed off as I'm trying to get done in May, which let's be realistic, it probably is not all going to get done in May. It'll probably bleed into June. But once those things are done, the horses will be getting a lot more attention.
Yeah. He's going to start working the horses.
And riding.
We're going to ride more. That's like the best date in the world. And farm walks, which I mentioned the other day being the best date in the world.
Someone said, how are you feeling?
How am I feeling? I'm feeling much better. I don't even know exactly what was going on. If it felt a lot like flu, but it was really fast. I'm telling you that we go so hard in our house that when we start to feel badly, like we go to bed. We don't try to push through it and keep working because that can make it so much worse. So usually what we will do is like as soon as I knew that I wasn't, because I got up that morning, I thought maybe I just got dehydrated and I started drinking a bunch of water and I went out to work in the garden. After about 2 hours out there, I was like, this isn't going away. This is definitely getting worse. And I came in and told Maya, I'm not feeling well. I got to lay down. And at that point, it's just like tons of water and essential oils and rest. And I was in bed for the rest of Wednesday and then Thursday. And by Friday, I was feeling a lot better, just a little dehydrated. But I don't know what it was exactly. It was mostly just it felt flu-ish. But you definitely have to.
Oh, I hope that's not true.
Yeah, I checked Gossmania. I'm not sure what was the deal, but it didn't. I didn't.
What got blocked from their?
They were saying they couldn't comment on our lives. I've had multiple people tell me that, but like I went on and looked like the blocked list, and there wasn't anybody who had said that. So I don't know what the deal is with that.
Ben's good. He's staying the night with my sister tonight.
Yeah, sweet Benny, is it?
Also, I saw someone say are we Hogs fans? And the answer is Jessica doesn't care about sports, so no. And I'm from Oklahoma, and so all my family is Sooners fans. So no Hogs fans.
I have some Razorback stuff, like because you just tend to accumulate it after the years of living.
We've had so many people give us stuff for our kids, knowing that I'm a Sooners fan, be like, "Here's some Razorback stuff," or like whatever. I'm like,
yeah, but
it's just clothes. And honestly, I let them go play out in the mud with it and get it dirty, so no big deal.
Oh, there's all the Boomer Sooner.
Good. They should be saying Boomer Sooner. Boomer Sooners is a good team. That's the other thing. If you want to be a Hawks fan, like you just gotta get used to losing. And I'm more of a positive outlook, so I like the Sooners because we usually win.
In order to get monetized, you have to have 1,000 subs, but you have to have 4,000 watch hours, and that's what Chris was short on, was watch hours.
He had 1,000 subs.
He had 1,000 subs, but you have to have 4,000 watch hours. So it's going and subbing that helps, but also it's watching the videos. And so obviously when you get new subs, you get new viewers, and the viewers watch your stuff. So,
little
cool letter.
Open it on camera.
Okay, cool. We'll go check the post office box.
Someone said, what are we going to do with our lard pigs after they have babies? The 3 pigs we have now, we're planning on keeping until they retire. Like, we're going to keep them as breeders.
Yeah, they'll stay breeders. You feed them differently, and obviously with the boars, like you want to castrate them if you're going to eat them. And so I don't know. Some people say that it's fine, but we're going to keep them as breeders. Someone asked about the feeder pig. We have actually had her processed. We're actually be picking her up this week, so I'll tell you.
Farm.
Oh, VW Family Farm, we love y'all.
There's Honeystead.
And the Honeystead.
I didn't see them.
Our friends, and of course, 2 Family Homestead. Wait, I'm hoping to get to see them whenever we're in Ohio.
So we are going to live conference.
Are we? We're nailing it down. We're definitely going. I mean, I'm good. I'm game with that.
Okay.
So we're good. We talked about it, but I didn't know you had like confirmed.
Yesterday,
I didn't know you had confirmed. Yeah. So we're going to live conference.
You're the boss. I'm confirming with you.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to go to that, which is going to be awesome. So that's in, what are the dates on that?
August 4th and 5th.
August 4th and 5th in Missouri.
So Sunday, Monday before we go to Denver.
Who else is going to be there for that? Who's going to the live conference? Doug and Stacy's.
Oh, that'd be fun. Get to meet some people, hang out.
Yep. Live conference is Homesteading Live Conference. That's Doug and Stacy's event that they put on in Hannibal, Missouri in August. We have not gone before. Oh, Single Dad Homestead said he's going. That's cool. And 2 Family Homestead. I knew they were going to be there. I'm super pumped about getting to spend some time with you guys.
Hey, go play games. Go on.
When we be in Denver, we're actually only going to be in Denver for 1 night, 2 nights. Go on.
2 nights. Leave.
Okay. You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi while I'm here? Say hi. We're not going to settle the video game disputes between you guys, so you'll have to go work that out with Toby, okay?
I was Toby putting in there for a while.
Okay.
Before I've been a while.
Okay, we'll work. Y'all have to work it out together.
And he always said no.
Okay, we'll be there in spirit. Does that count? One day I'm going to get to meet you. Alternative Small.
Oh, okay.
They're in the UK. Where exactly are you? See, to me, like the UK is just, it's over there. Like it's far, so I don't have a real bearing of where things are.
So we're keeping your breeders lean. So we do alfalfa, black oil sunflower seeds,
and like barley.
You like Kaylee, who does Mangalites, is also, she gets stuff from breweries, fermented
spent
hops
barley.
and stuff. And you keep them for, you don't want them to put on a ton of fat, whereas feeders, you want them to fatten up for all your bacon and lard-based, harvesting. But you want your breeders to be leaner so they don't have problems and complications while birthing.
Hey, Louisiana gardening family. Unlimited said, hey, have you guys ever considered getting alpacas? They're great fertilizer producers.
Yeah. I'm getting a herd of velociraptors.
Unlimited, I am a huge fan of alpacas, and they are my bucket list animals to own. They do produce cold fertilizer. They also are stinging awesome. So, yes, we have considered getting alpacas, is the answer to that question.
Yeah, so we're talking about doing sorry, I'm yawning because I'm tired. A meetup in Ohio while we're up there. The two family homestead, and Big Bear is going to be up there.
That's so random.
Isn't it?
I'm not complaining. I'm happy that it is really random to go to Ohio and see our friends from Georgia.
Doing a meetup in Denver if anyone in that area wanted to come and hang out for an afternoon.
Are we thinking about selling the horses?
No,
not at all.
a chance.
The
only thing that would cause that, and I probably wouldn't even have to sell them, I would just have to move them, is if we lost the lease next door. Then I might talk to my brother and move them.
Yeah, we wouldn't sell them.
I wouldn't sell them. I just don't see that happening.
We're pretty attached to them. The city said beer on compost seems like a waste of good beer. I'm sure that was in response to something, but it just feels like some sage random advice from this.
Who said that?
Joshua from the city said, you should come to Wyoming. I would love to see Wyoming, but it is not on the calendar for this year by any means.
As soon as we figure out what we're doing as those meetups, we'll post it and talk about it.
I would love to get to see you guys up there.
We have no idea.
Yeah, we don't know anything about it. So, we're going up Northeast Ohio, but we will find out for sure what the deal is. We're going to nail everything down with two family homestead. And
how are the competition tomatoes coming along?
They're good. I showed them in the garden tour, which you guys will see tomorrow. I showed the plants.
They're probably doing much better than everyone else's.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
are you really going to talk crap right now?
Totally, all the time.
Of course, Sammy, you're so welcome to come whenever next year for the shindig.
She said, "What? I'll do anything to be with the horses."
Yeah.
Anything, huh? Probably shouldn't say that to me.
he'll put you to work. Yeah, I'm really pumped about next year, the shindig, and having. We've talked about doing a two-day event. It's about time for us to sit down with VW Family
over
Farm.
some pancakes. Got to go to the IHOP, our regular meeting place for VW Family Farms. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it.
So we got to sit down and talk. I hate going to breakfast places. This is something that's a major pet peeve of mine. Jeremiah loves breakfast restaurants. I think they're the biggest scam in the world because they charge you $10 for 75 cents worth of food. So just my personal thing, but Ben Vincent and Jeremiah both like IHOP, and so I get outvoted on that one.
So it said, how is the Airbnb coming along? Well, we have the house.
Yeah, we've done absolutely nothing since you saw the in the video
Because
about 5 days
after
ago.
that, the day after that, I found out that I had limited time with the Traco, so everything I need, I'm not stopping on that until everything's done. So by next Monday, at that point, I'll probably start, getting things in order for that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just not the super priority right now. We're paying.
That's honestly the thing that's on the back burner. I need to get this ready for the new animal, the Velociraptors, and then I've got to get. After that, really, my priority is going to be the beehives because we've got our nukes lined out, and I want to go ahead and get them set up. We actually have a month to get everything set up. Bee mentors, local bee mentors have told us that they're not even setting theirs up for another week and a half. And they've got 30 plus hives or something crazy like that. Anyway, so Traco time, getting all that done, beehives. Then I got to do some fencing. And in that, if it's raining, if we have really bad weather, I may do work over there when I can't work outside. Right.
That's probably how we'll handle that until these other pressing projects are done. We'll go over there on the bad weather days whenever we can do anything. The Roots and Refuge giveaway on my Instagram.
Oh, yeah, can I enter that?
Still open right now. So if you have not gone over to Instagram and entered that, it's really good. And yes, I will be announcing the winner after
$75 worth of what?
Baker Creek seeds. It's not a $75 gift card. It's actually a collection of my favorite seeds from Baker Creek, and it's valued at about $75. It's
they're
20 some odd packs. The list that I've submitted to them to be able to do for giveaways, which is my top 25 seeds, some of those I know are sold out. So that's why I kind of gave it a guesstimate and I didn't say 25 packs because I don't know if all of those are going to be available.
Kajaris are sold out.
Yeah, the Kajari melons sold out this week.
So, sorry.
Have I decided the names for the garden beds? I have not decided the names yet. I'm going through. I did get a wood burner this week. Actually, someone sent it to me off of our Amazon wish list, and that's what I'm making the plaques. Like I'm making like these little pieces of just scrap wood. I'm going to burn the names into them and have
whichever bed has the ground cherries in it, we're going to name Wonkas for Willy Wonkas.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. They're actually in like 4 different beds.
Well, I'll just pick the one that has the ones I like the most. The pineapple one.
Do you know that a pineapple ground cherry volunteered in the garden? It just came up from last year.
That's because the Lord has looked down upon me and given me favor.
And now we have like 6 that our viewers sent us.
That's right.
And then the ones that I actually started that were a little bit late. So we actually have a ton. Yeah, you can show them that. It's right there in the bag. No. So we got something at the grocery store. Tobias saw it and really, really wanted to try it. And so he would like to show you guys what we got at the grocery store.
Is it?
Did you find it?
Yeah.
There's another bag over on that other counter. Right here on the end, my love. Right there on the end. Nope. Okay. Look right here. So, he just came up and whispered, "Can we show them that?" You can still give names for the garden beds. Don't give them on here because I won't be able to see them. Go comment on that video. Okay, you can come in and show them. So Toby saw this at the grocery store and was pretty pumped about it. So we decided to.
Is it?
It's a dragon fruit.
Oh, cool.
And then the cashier, the young man working at the cash register, told the boys if they eat this, they might turn into a dragon. So that was fun. Here.
Ooh, looks like
cool.
a dragon egg.
Toby, Olivia Wilson James said it tastes like a kiwi.
I like kiwi. Oh, you know what? It's summer's coming. You know what that means?
What?
Fruit salsa.
Fruit salsa is the bomb diggity.
It's so good.
I'll have to share that with you guys.
Oh.
Hey, Toby.
For a price.
Toby, come here and come say hi to Two Family Homestead. Remember? Yeah, he said
Hi.
say hey, bonus Nana.
Hey, bonus Nana.
Y'all, Sherry and Daryl from Two Family Homestead are so precious to my children. And like whenever we were in Mississippi for Deep South Gathering, we were down there on Toby's birthday. And oh my gosh, she spoiled him so much, brought him toys and cake and all of that. And then of course they came to the shindig and did the live stream and they brought Smudge out to the house and my kids are just smitten with them and it's so sweet. They're really, really precious to my babies and I appreciate that so much. They do have that effect on kids. Jason, you're just so precious. We appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah, fruit salsa is whoa.
Wow, thank you, Black Dog Apiary Farm. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, fruit salsa is like apples and strawberries and raspberries and kiwi, and it's literally turned into like a salsa. And then you dip it in cinnamon. You dip it with cinnamon chips.
Yeah, so it's strawberries, green apples, raspberries, kiwi.
There's something like jam.
Yeah, and you don't put any sort of sweetener in it. I usually, if it's not sweet enough, like if the berries aren't in season enough, you just take a few spoonfuls of like jam. And the jam that we usually have is like the fruit kind that without sugar.
We made it ourselves.
Either I made it myself, in which case it has a lot of sugar in it, or it's like the just fruit stuff. And you just mix that in, and then you take flour tortillas and put cinnamon sugar on them and cut them up and bake them, make chips. So that's pretty tasty. Definitely a sweet tooth thing.
Oh, there he is. There's Gold Sean. I thought I saw him. And Big Bear.
Yeah.
I've got all the moderators are on today. Come at me, trolls. My whole freaking posse's here. You're going nowhere.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Snozberries. Who said that? Who says? I read it. Oh, Life with a Table Full. Yes, your name changed and it's tripping me up. Like I didn't see it right away. Yes, Snozberries.
I didn't see that. Yeah, buddy.
That's hilarious. We do have lots of our friends are in
New
here
fans
tonight,
out in
which makes me
SoCal.
happy.
Southern Cal.
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you here. Yeah, so
Listen, I bless Goldshaw to go watch Game of Thrones, but outside of him, everyone else will stick around because they're our real OG homies.
listen. What are we like on at the same time as Game of Thrones?
It starts in 30 minutes, they said. But it's the last episode ever. There'll
Ever?
never be another one.
Oh man.
So I haven't seen it. The 8th season.
So I got an email the other day from someone saying, hey, do you think, because basically I had posted on the Friends of Roots and Refuge group about Daniel looking for a tiller to rent. And actually someone went to his work and said, hey, we'll help you with some wood chips and some different things. And like just stepped up out of the gardening community and the homesteading community that is a viewer of the channel and said, hey, we want to help you because gardeners are passionate about gardening and they want to help other people garden. Well, okay, Jedmo, well, I'll get to that in just a second. So anyway, someone messaged me and said, hey, do you think you could ask around and see if there's anyone who would be willing to help Rose over at Wholesome Roots because she's having a really hard time getting her garden in because she has been just dealing with some issues and she's not able to do all the physical labor that's needed. They've got kids. Her husband works. And could you ask if anybody would be able to help? And I messaged her because I didn't want to do that without first talking to her. But she is she's needing help with like moving mulch and just doing some of the work to get the garden ready to plant. Like she can't even plant it right now. So if you guys are in the Georgia area, like Rose, can you comment kind of where your area is? I'm going to have her comment and you guys can go, if you're not already following her, you can go and connect with her. And I will make a post as well on the Friends of Roots and Refuge group. If there's anybody in the area of Georgia, which she's kind of near Atlanta, but sort of outside of it. I can't remember the name of the town that she's in. But if you are able-bodied and you're willing to go do a help day on her farm, it would be wildly appreciated. She has a YouTube channel, and one of the big things she shares is gardening. And so she can't get her garden in. That's really going to limit what she's able to share in that. Obviously, it's a big deal. I mean, not only is it feeding her family to do that, she needs to, get her garden in. So,
Okay.
Jedmo. Can you discuss your watering routine for such a large growing space or consider doing a video, please? I actually mentioned this in the garden tour for tomorrow. We have hand watered. It's not good. It's not at all good. Like it's very time consuming. The best thing about it is that it gives me lots of time for my mind to focus on Jesus while my hands are full.
Yeah,
But we're actually looking at putting in some drip tape. We've done soaker hoses and stuff like that. I wish that I had a really good method of that, but my basic thing has been to water the garden every 3 days, and we do it by hand.
For now, I've got the tank and I've got the pump for the well and I've got the PEX line. So when the track hoe comes back to me 2 weeks from this, so in about 3 or 4 weeks, I'll be working on the well, digging the lines. And once we get water run to the garden, we're going to do drip tape through everything, I'm pretty sure. So we're working on it. Everything just takes time as a process.
Thank you so much, Texas Hula Bear. We
That's a cool
appreciate
name.
that super chat so much.
Texas Hula Bear.
So yeah, y'all, I see people talking to Rose and stuff. Just make sure you reach out to her, Wholesome Roots. If you want to help with that, please do reach out to her. What's the story with my wedding band? Funny story. I'm terrible at jewelry. I don't really wear jewelry. I have an actual wedding ring, but my hands are always in the dirt. And so I always took it off, left it laying around, and it never mattered. I'm actually, for those of you who have met me in person, some people always think I'm sick. They're always like, are you feeling well? I'm like, no, this is just actually how I am. Because on camera, I'm very engaging, but actually in person, I'm like really, reserved and shy and quiet. And so I've never had a problem with men hitting on me. That's never been an issue. Like out in public, like
What?
I've never been hit on a lot. Like I'm pretty closed off. So I don't engage. I guess I don't seem very open until I got visible tattoos. And when I got visible tattoos, they came out of the woodwork.
Oh,
and
so
I never had a wedding ring
I was
on.
gonna say it's not because people are not looking at you. It's that you're not looking up from walking with your looking down.
I'm just really closed off. I'm pretty closed off. Like I'm not flirtatious.
Listen, I walk behind you all the time and watch people look at you.
I'm not flirtatious. And so before I had tattoos, I was not usually approached by men. After I got tattoos, it became very wearing, and I was never wearing a wedding band because I always take my ring off. So one time I was in Fayetteville, my brother was working on my tattoo, and I said, hey, would you mind while we're doing this, just zipping a quick line across here because I keep saying, oh, I'm sorry, no, I'm married. And just trying to rebuff advances, and they'd be like, you're not married. And I'm
it's like you're walking with the cart and some guy stops and looks at you, and then I'm walking behind you. And then he makes eye contact with me, and I'm just like, he's like,
I don't ever see it.
He's like, I'm sorry, dude, that was not okay. I'm like, I know.
Yeah, we thanked Texas Hula Bear. We appreciate that very much. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, random thing, but I just had it. I had it put in.
That was the most painful tattoo you've ever gotten.
Yeah, it is very, very painful. Your hands are no joke.
So.
Florida Grown Adventure said I'm the same way. I don't know, other people's impression of me is so funny to me because I'm actually a very warm person, but I just am not very engaged in person unless I'm sitting down and having a one-on-one conversation. And then I'm engaged, but I don't work a room or
no.
People actually at Baker Creek when we were there, multiple people are like, it's really weird because you guys are the exact opposite in person that you think you are in camera.
Yeah, that's true. All I was commenting on is that people notice you. They may not come up and say something, but
that makes me uncomfortable. Gould's gaining ground. Thank you so much. Maybe with some variegated varieties. Got to get those variegated plants in. Hidden Valley Homestead said my wife is oblivious, just like you. I'm really oblivious?
Yes. You don't have no idea what people are when old ladies are judging you with tattoos or guys are checking you out. You're just do Jesus, buying the groceries, loving life. It's okay. I
think that's a good way to be. I'm not bothered. I don't care.
That doesn't bother me either.
How long have we been doing YouTube? Overlook Valley. We've had our channel. Yes. If this is about tattling on video games, it's not the time. Okay.
Can I have a drink yogurt?
Yes. How long have you been doing YouTube? We've only been very regularly doing it for a little over a year now.
Yeah. When we really started posting, actually doing it, it was a year this past March.
Yep. Yeah, Xavier just said I'm an introvert. Logan, yes, my brother did almost all of my tattoos except the one that I have, which we don't talk about.
We're not talking about it tonight.
So, you'll just have to keep scratching your head on that one. But yeah, he did all of my tattoos that I actually claim.
Are the tomatoes the only veggies you put an egg in?
Yes. I mean, I'm telling you though. I don't know. An old man told me to do that. That's why I do it.
So why only tomatoes?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could put them under other things, but I don't know. That's just what I put them in. Everything else, I don't know why I do what I do.
Sorry, guys. This is a peer behind the veil. We really don't know what we're doing.
Do you prune tomatillos? I never have, but I probably.
I see Ethan's back from running his errands.
Is Ethan back?
Yeah, he just did hashtag alpacas for the first time in 4 months.
He's
or 3 months.
Since he's on my side to get me some alpacas. You should listen to your friend. Do you top your peppers? I haven't, but gosh, I'm so bad at peppers. I think maybe I should. I need to do some research about peppers because they're starting to be Some of mine are starting to look really puny. But last year, the peppers that I had that did well did amazing. And so
They'll
it's
be
like,
fine.
maybe I should just not do anything and just hope that they do better. Two Family Homestead said, wait, back up. If you're going to the live conference, does that mean another cheesecake?
Is Jason coming?
Why, you want 2 cheesecakes?
No. I think Jason and Robin are going.
Are they going to the live conference? I
I
don't
think
know.
they are. I think he's presenting, animal tracker or trapper, whatever he does. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yeah, Jason is going.
Yeah, see, he's doing a workshop.
That's really cool. I'm excited
Honestly,
to hang out with my friends.
I'm a real mature person. I've really just grown up a lot in these last few years. So you can cook 2 cheesecakes and give him mine, so that way we'll be even.
But that means mine's gone too.
Well,
That's
then
okay.
you have to ask Big Bear
Jason
to
will
share
share
with
his
you.
cheesecake with me. No, Kitten George is not shaved yet, but we're gonna take him to the groomer if they feel like they can do something other than shave him. But I think
so.
that it would be the best thing. I think it would be the best thing. He just keeps getting in mud and stuff. I've never seen.
Where
a
in
cat.
Alabama is Daniel located?
Northwest Alabama, Shoals area.
The Shoals.
Northwest, yes, that's right.
Have you started your worms yet?
No, I have not. Oh, this is like speed answering, where you ask the
Do
question.
ground cherries do ground cherry leaves look the same as regular cherry tomato leaves? No, they're tomatillos.
They look more like tomatillos.
They pretty much look exactly like tomatillos.
Yeah.
They come in a little wrapper. You unwrap them, eat them, and they're delicious.
Jeremiah's a big fan.
Everyone should be a big fan. There should be more varieties. There should be as many. We should plant 87 varieties of ground cherries.
I've only ever seen like 5.
I know, so we gotta start splicing them together.
What
What if we like buried each plant with like different kind of candy and see if it changed the flavor? You're just gonna ignore that one.
Yeah, I am. When is the cruise? We're hoping to go this fall.
Tomatoes or Maya? Pick one.
Oh, why would you say that? What a sad life it would be
Whoa.
without either of you. Obviously, I pick you, but then it would be really sad.
You can snap off a lot faster than all. I love pasta,
Bless
but I would
it.
never choose pasta over you.
Bless it.
Here we go again.
Obviously,
Here we go again. The tomatoes taking precedence.
Obviously, I pick you, but I would be really sad if I had to go without tomatoes. Cash Holmes says, "Some people hawk on my woman all the time. I'm not concerned. She's mine."
That's exactly what I'm saying.
They
Like,
hawk on her.
some people were like, "What did he say?" I was like, "Listen, I'm not threatened. Like, I'm walking a lot of confidence in our relationship. So
That's
none of you guys are good enough." Unfortunately.
Oh my goodness. How many different varieties of tomatoes do you have going right now? I started like 87, but I need to go and count in the garden and see how many I actually planted. I think something in the range of like 65 or something is what I actually ended up putting in the garden.
What is the turnaround rate for ground cherries and tomatoes? I think it's different, isn't it?
That's about the same. I mean, we'll probably be getting them like mid to late June.
What kind of cucumbers are you growing? Cucamelons count. That's one. That's all I know.
Yeah, Mexican sour gherkins, which are the teeny tiny ones. Parisian pickling cucumbers, Dar, White Wonder, Armenian White, and Muncher. Sorry, I was mentally going through the trellises and making my list. When and where is the Life Conference? It is in Hannibal, Missouri, August 4th and 5th. And you'll have to check out Doug and Stacy's. I don't know. Two Family, is there a link for that, the Life Conference? Could you put that up?
We've got a flyer graphic that we're going to put on Instagram and put on the Facebook page and stuff. So there'll be more information. Plus, if you just Google Life Conference, it'll pull it up and it has all the info, right?
B Mama 2C, is your school year over or do you homeschool year round? Our curriculum is over. Like, we end doing curriculum at this point. But when we end curriculum, we still do like a reading list. And then
Alternative learning.
We call it our alternative learning. But it's just like really being intentional. And like, we'll go to museums, we'll go to different stuff like that, more hands-on learning, or like thinking about what we're curious about and then really studying that out, watching different documentaries and looking things up, and just more kind of fluid, interest-led learning throughout the summer. just to stay
Someone
sharp.
says, how are you dealing with all this rain? The benefit of our raised beds is that the rain waters the garden, but does not really flood. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've never really had it. Like, now, small stuff. Radishes or lettuce starts, like small, like surface level seeds will get washed out. But like tomato plants, like we don't lose our tomato plants and stuff because our raised beds just let the water drain off.
Rose, I use the good and the beautiful as the curriculum that we use. What do you do with pineapple
Ben says
sage?
hi. Michaela. He's at Michaela's house.
Oh, my little Benny boy. Y'all, Ben's at Aunt KK's and they're watching. How sweet. I love you, Benny. Y'all, Ben gave me a nickname. He said, I'm going to call you Sweet Mama from now on. And when you're real, real sweet, I'll call you Sweet, Sweet Mama. But when you're mean, I'll call you Mean Mama.
I thought you said when you were mean, I'll still call you Sweet Mama.
No, and then he said something like that he would still call me Sweet Mama mostly or something like that. I said, let's just stick with Sweet Mama. That did bless my heart, though. I said, will you call me Sweet Mama even when you're a grown-up? And he said, yes. And I said, yes, you should.
Double-edged sword.
What is the double-edged sword?
I'm assuming he's talking about Sweet Mama or Mean Mama.
He's so cute. How do you deal with mosquitoes while gardening? I use this blend of essential oils called Terra Shield from doTERRA. Actually, that was the first doTERRA oil I ever used, like 5 years ago when we moved out here. Someone gave me a bottle of it. And for a long time before I was a doTERRA wellness advocate, I just ordered it from someone and used it. It's really, really good. And it helps keep mosquitoes and also ticks off. It's really good. Terra Shield.
Oh, they should have deleted that one.
Yeah, that's fine. If somebody can get it up there, that's fine. Oh, there it is. Two Family Homestead posted it. The Life Conference in Hannibal, Missouri.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Oh, Ray wants to come over here tomorrow. Stivers Homestead. Y'all, their little girl is so cute. She is so cute. I don't use a gardening journal or a regular
Morgan.
notebook.
Enjoy your final episode.
Oh, Morgan.
Let it be as fulfilling as Avengers Endgame was for me. I think by the next live I can start talking about it. I think I've given everyone enough time to go and watch it that I'm not spoiling it for people.
Yeah. I'm like glazed over. I'm like, oh, Avengers?
I get it.
It's okay. You don't like tomatoes. What?
Yes, we will be at the Heirloom Expo. We were just talking with so Jessica Damon, our contact at Baker Creek and our really good friend, she came down yesterday and bought goats from us, and we were talking about the Heirloom Expo, and we are totally going to be there with a lot of cool. There's actually going to be a lot more homesteaders there this year.
Morgan said, yeah, that's long enough. If you haven't seen it yet, you don't really care. That's good. Yeah, we will be at the expo. Other people will be there. People asking how to wear Terra Shield. I get like a little spray bottle and put it in there and shake it up with like just some water and spray it on, or just it's already diluted, but you can dilute it even further and put it in a roller bottle, and I'll just rub it up my arms and neck and just kind of get it on, rub it all over the kids. I just dilute it more. So,
do you ever have to battle ticks? Absolutely. Yeah. Did you see that Baker Creek now has variegated plantain?
Got it, girl. I already got the seeds. I haven't planted it.
Got it. You don't know what movie that's from?
No, I don't.
It's old. It's called Little Monsters.
I've probably seen that.
Yeah, if you're from the 80s, if you were a kid in the 80s or 90s, you probably have seen it. It's Howie Mandel, I think. I think it was Howie.
Anastasia, I have not put it on babies, so I don't really know off the top of my head. I'd have to look at it. I don't know off the top of my head if it's baby safe. I know it's got, I don't know. I'm really conservative on using essential oils on babies, though. So
if tomato perfume was a thing, would you use it? No.
Tomatoes smell amazing. I would consider it for real.
Then I'll just grow my mustache out to this one.
You wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to like wade through the jungle just to find my lips. Just saying.
Yeah, let me find a link. Let me get.
What is your favorite meal from the garden?
My favorite. Why don't you answer that? I'm gonna look up. Somebody's asking for a link to this.
Jessica makes really great tomato sauce for pasta. and then we made homemade mozzarella from goat's milk, and eventually we'll like have our own
what?
meats and stuff to use with it, and so that would be. And then we actually have a pasta machine now,
Yeah, that's really cool.
so we can make our own pasta. Then everything will come from the garden or from the homestead.
Yeah, kind of count the homemade
Salads.
bread, but that's not really.
I like salads.
Yeah.
Our stuff's greens and stuff from your own garden, especially different varieties, have flavor. And so salads just taste completely different when you're growing it yourself.
I have this recipe for these char-baked veggies, and it's eggplants, tomatoes, and zucchini. And you use onion, which in the past I've not had onions that I grew myself, but I will. And you slice them all really thin, and you layer them with garlic and thyme. And you cook them in like a lowish oven, like 275, 300, and you do it for like 3 hours, and you put olive oil on it and stuff, and you keep pressing them down, and they like press down, and it's sort of like ratatouille-esque, I guess. It's kind of reminiscent of that, but they get kind of charred on top, and I would say that's probably one of my favorite things to eat from the garden. And then you can like once it's done, it's almost like a casserole dish sort of thing, and you could serve it with like some crumbled goat cheese on top or some mozzarella. So good. So yeah, that I would say that's probably one of my favorite things. Okay, copy link, short link, copy link. Sorry, I'm trying to do this while we're on here, which is really awkward, but there's the link to the Parashield. Got it done.
See ya, Ayla.
Bye, Ayla.
Keep your arm over.
She's super sweet. We've talked on the phone, actually.
On the phone?
Yeah. What do I do with my unused seeds? I mean, I just save them. They're still good for a long time. So the ones that I haven't used yet, I just save because I'll use them later. I gave away a ton of seeds this year. I decided when I saw the expanse of my seed collection this year to give away 60% of it. And I did. So that was cool.
Is there also a story about how Maya came to stay at home full time?
Well, you want me to go with that?
Yeah.
Maya's retired from the VA because of his past medical issues. He doesn't like the word disability, his limitations. And so when we met, he was a full-time student. And at one point, he was doing ministry full-time. And that was fun. That wasn't like physically pressing. But then that kind of season moved on, and then we started a lawn care business. And so he was working a lot in that. And we realized after about a year that one, he could not do that and do the farm. And we really felt called to do the farm. However, also that was really pressing the areas that he should not be pressing. Because of he actually, I don't know. I mean, you can't really tell it that much. And like, we don't generally talk about it just a whole lot. But I don't know if you noticed, like in videos, like he limps pretty bad. He's missing like a very large amount of his left leg.
Hamstring.
Yeah. Like his left thigh is like smaller than mine, but you can't see that. Normally you wouldn't be able to tell it. So yeah, he deals with that. So that's why he's home. And I mean, for us, it was a decision. We had to pare back a lot in our life. And I mean, there was a season where we were like some kind of broke, like whenever we decided to pare back big time to be able to live on a lot less so that he could be here. So
appreciate that, Wildcat. So we made some financial sacrifices and closed the lawn care business and pursued YouTube.
Yep. We didn't pursue YouTube for a little while. We had a little period there of in between. But yeah, then we pursued YouTube. And I mean, I really just felt like God told me to do this and to treat it like a job, and he would meet me there. So we did. That was last spring. And now here we are, which is pretty awesome. Lazy Acres, that's awesome.
Look at hold on a second. Where did that go?
It's right here. It's the Chris. Single dad homesteads. But look
Oh
at
my
those
gosh.
guts and that tank top they make up for that.
That's
skinny
probably the
butt.
nicest thing he's ever said about a Hollywood Marine.
That's hilarious. Oh, yes, I'll be at Santa Rosa, California this year, Olivia. He does always meet our needs, Gail. That is absolutely 100 true. Tammy Gear, thank you so much for ordering. That's awesome. There's that link again for those of you who are interested in that.
Also, I think Robin had sent me a text saying that about babies that you shouldn't put Kerosene.
Okay, thank you, Robin. I didn't
On
think so, but I
babies.
didn't know off the top of my head. I'm very, very conservative about using essential oils on children under the age of 2, and so yeah, that's one that's not baby safe.
My favorite variety of ground cherry is the pineapple variety. I actually don't think I've ever had,
Anything else?
Anything
That's all we
else.
grew last year.
but the pineapple was delicious. It was
Yeah.
great. Honestly,
So
me and
this
the
year we're
kids fought
doing
over
pineapple
them.
and Aunt Molly's. We're doing 2 this year.
No, we are not going to raise meat rabbits. We tried rabbits before, not doing it for meat. If we ever had rabbits again, we'd do a small colony for fertilizer purposes, but that would be the only purpose for them. That and having pets.
307 Homemaker, do you all work the garden work by yourselves? For the most part, we do have friends and family that come over and help. Like Ben Turn, Ben, the college student that's been coming,
Sorry,
like
I
he's
misunderstood
helped
the
us.
question. What was it?
Do we do the garden work ourselves?
Mostly.
Like he came and helped us spread mulch in the walkways. Jeremiah's dad came and spent a day out here to help us and amend it, like put the compost in. And so occasionally our friends and family members will come over and like work for an afternoon doing the heavy labor stuff. But as far as like planting and weeding and harvesting and all of that, yes, that's us. Have I ever thought about raising sheep? Yes. What fruits do you grow? We've got strawberries going. We have wild blackberries all over out here, so I haven't planted any of those. We haven't done a lot of fruit.
Unfortunately, in the clearing process,
I mean, aside from
I didn't kill it. It had fallen over. Man, what was it called? Gooseberry?
oh, really?
It was a big, I mean, it was like a 8-inch round trunk, but it had developed right on the creek. And so it had sunk into the soot level. And so
Yeah.
it was dying. And so I ended up pulling it out. But me and Ben Turn and Dan ate like 60-ish.
Really? That's cool.
I think that's what they were called. He threw them up to me. He's like, yeah. And I was like, where did you get these from? He's like, from this tree over here. And we looked at it and he's like, there's no way to save it.
Oh, that stinks.
And I know for trees you have to graft. You know, you can't just plant them. So I've been paying attention to see if there's another one out there, but I haven't seen any.
My mom's name is Mary. My mom said Mama wants a little lamb. That's funny.
Okay, so the third weekend in June is when we make our trip to Ohio. And then after that, you'll find out what animal we're bringing back.
Yes.
Which I kind of already given you a hint. It's a velociraptor.
And by animal, I mean
Velociraptor. Close.
Thank you. Keltoid. We appreciate that so much.
So, like, if we went, let's just say, for like theoretically, if we were to go to Australia, would there be people there who'd want to like meet up? Because if there was enough people interested, like, we totally go to Australia.
Someday.
We'd go to Australia anyways.
Yeah, I really want to go to Australia. What canner do I like? I have an all-American pressure canner. It's the one that I use. We're not going to tell the town in Northeast Ohio because I am pretty sure it might be easy to nail down what we're getting if we did, just because the people who we're getting the animals from are pretty well known in their town for what they have. So, yeah. So, someone said, "Oh my gosh, I was hoping it would be a velociraptor."
See, that's why me and you were close.
Oh man.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. Ever since seeing Jurassic World and Chris Pratt, who's one of my Hollywood heroes, I want velociraptors.
Okay. Oh, Cindy Lopez said she's so disappointed. She was really hoping it was Ewoks.
Yeah, well, think about this though. Ewoks, they're cool, but
Okay.
Velociraptors are cool.
Hypothetically, if Velociraptors were an option, I would be like, hex to the gnaw. I don't even
If
want an
Velociraptors
emu.
were an option, we would totally have a small group of Velociraptors. Listen, I know that it's never worked in any movie, but I can contain them. But you've never seen all the movies, so you actually have no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't even want emus around. I'm scared of them. They're too much like a dinosaur. They don't have dagger claws. But Ewoks can help around the homestead. Thank you, the crafting squirrel.
That's true.
That is a true point.
And if we ever get attacked by stormtroopers, they got them on lockdown.
I think Ewoks are the clear choice here. Real velociraptors would be the size of turkeys. Is that real? Single dad homesteading is at 3,602.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
All right, guys, we're about to wrap this up, but I would really like if we could.
Life with a table full. Later, Jess and I.
Bye, y'all. Bye, John and Terry.
Obviously.
So, and if you have not already gone and given him a follow, if you could do that, it would be so awesome. He's really close to getting his watch hours to be monetized, and he is a veteran in a single day in a homestead over in the Appalachia area of Eastern Tennessee. So definitely go give him some support. I think it's going to be really cool. I'm wondering I would really like to see him get to 3,700 because that means, or 3740, because that means that he would have gained 2,000 subscribers from our shout out. And that's like a personal thing for me. That's like a triumph for me to see somebody like grow like that.
See, Big Bear's on my side. Velociraptors could help with the homestead too. Predator control.
And they'd also eat the goats.
No, that's a T-Rex. Velociraptors wouldn't eat goats. This guy, it's like
how can you so confidently say that?
Because I can train Con not to eat goats. Just be leave it.
We don't trust Con with the goats.
Right now, this is a good question to answer to finish it off. What has been difficult about becoming so well known from your channel?
I really try not to glorify the difficult parts of this because I would never want anybody to mistake our incredible gratitude for the life that we get to live. I would say just very vaguely that the hardest thing is that I don't think people can possibly understand the demand. And the thing that I have the hardest time with in my life, and this is like a personal like flaw that I'm working on, is I have a very, very hard time feeling like people are disappointed in me. Because I want to do well for people. Like I want people to feel taken care of. I want to be a positive impact on people. And so when I feel like people are disappointed, I don't know, like I have such a hard time with that. And so I would say that one of the hardest things is the fact that when people have an expectation in reaching out or wanting to get together and all that stuff, and you just can't. I mean, like when you're this out there, there's no way that you can be close or connected to everybody. You just can't. And, obviously our priority has to be our home and our family and our farm and, our time with Jesus. We have to be jealous for that. And even Jesus had an inner circle and he ministered to thousands and had 12 that he was close to and had 3 that he was really close to. And so we have to keep that in mind about what can we realistically do. But the feeling of being disappointing is really, really hard. And I know that that's probably like silly, but
it's not silly.
That's probably the hardest thing for me.
Hardest thing for me is knowing Jessica's strengths and her limitations as far as social interaction and seeing how she has inspired so many people and knowing that it's hard for me to watch her push herself so hard to want to interact with everyone, even though she's reached her limit. Like it's we have to find balance. You know what I'm saying? We have to, set boundaries. And, when she reaches her limit, I usually step in and, get her out of there for at least a break.
Mm-hmm.
But because our heart is really just to be able to meet everyone and talk to everyone. And so I'm not sharing this to discourage you guys. Like the point of going to these places is for people to come up and talk to us.
And I literally cry in the post office parking lot regularly. Like I read the letters, I read the comments, I read everything. It moves my heart, but I cannot possibly interact with all of it. I can't. And so seeing that limitation and just so desperately wishing that I could multiply my time and capacity, it's very difficult. And truly the thing that I've done to respond is this has upped my prayer life in a massive way, just because I pray over all these comments, I pray over all these emails, I pray over all these letters. I have a list on my fridge whenever I get really nasty comments. And I don't mean the vulgar, crude troll comments. I mean broken people saying very hurtful things. Their name goes on my refrigerator, and I pray for them every single time I see it. And that is how I've managed to deal with that. I am enough for what God's called me to, but I am not enough for everything that everybody wants, but I don't need to be, but Jesus is. And so I just take all of that in prayer. And I think that it's growing my trust to be able to be okay with a situation as it is, because I think that a younger me and a less rooted me, I think that I would have quit in seeing where people were disappointed that I couldn't give them more. I think I would have honestly quit. And I know that's not what God wants us to do. And so it's a trust thing for me to.
So we say that, but we also, if you're going to be at these events, make sure you come up and talk to us. That's why we're there.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
Chris said, I want to know how you're going to handle the hug this bearded gnome is going to give you when I see you next.
Bearded gnome. Oh my gosh.
Funny. So yeah, that's it. That's the hard part. I would say that's the hardest part. The nastiness, people being rude and people being mean.
That doesn't really get
it doesn't really bother us sometimes. Sometimes it gets to me momentarily. We have our wish list on Amazon. I'll just be very transparent about this. We have our wish list on Amazon, and I shared this week where somebody bought us a table off of our wish list, and I shared that. I didn't expect anybody to buy it. And I got a few comments, and mostly the majority is resounding in celebration and praise of us. They're just on our side. They're for us. They're cheering us on. You guys, you're awesome. But what is it about the voice of dissent that just seems so much louder? And I mean, it's just, that's so the enemy. It's such the lies. It's just, you have to wrestle with those, where you can literally have 100, saying positive things, and then one little jab. You have to make a choice not to put that on. And multiple people were like, I can't believe that you have this wish list. This is so selfish. This is, you're not poor. Why are you begging people? And saying this stuff. And I literally went to Amazon to delete it. And then I stopped. I'm like, what am I doing? Stop. And I have to talk myself down. Do you have talks with yourself? Totally have talks with myself. And I was like, Jess, stop. Is that the heart of God for you? Truly. Are you begging people? And I ended up, I kind of responded a little snarky on one comment. And I was like, I've never held anyone at gunpoint to shop from our wish list. But I had this moment where I was just okay, no, check that. We're not going to listen to that voice. We're going to listen to the voice of God over you. And it's not that. And that can be kind of difficult, but it's never, that's Satan trying to make you discouraged. I mean, that's just, it's just ugly. And then truly I stopped and I'm like, you know what? If someone can't understand that there are plenty of people in the world that love to give good gifts and that love to praise people in that way and love to express appreciation that way, how heartbreaking for them that they have not experienced that in their lives. If somebody is speaking as the voice of dissent and all they can see that as is negative, then that really is a reflection of them. Like, people wear their mindsets out loud. And so people who come at you with negativity, very sadly, they are wearing out loud the condemnations that they live in. And that is sad for them. That is not sad for me. And so, name goes on the fridge. That's just how I handle it. That's just how I gotta handle it. So, Raptor's gonna rap. Oh, yes, Keisha, I did put my wish list up because people asked. And Rose, yes, it is precious to get surprised from wish list gifts. It really is. It's just absolutely awesome.
Yeah, we have plans to get more tattoos when we have time.
Deborah,
Honestly,
steady.
we're so busy and Drew's so busy. It's really hard to get time to get up there.
I also hate getting tattoos. So
I love it, but I don't have time.
Deborah Steady said, press down, shaking together. Yes. That is so true. I'll start crying if we start talking about that. So that is it. Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Can we see the names on the fridge? No.
I actually almost wrote them on my chalkboard wall, and then I was like, no, I'm not trying to put people on blast, so I put it on the fridge.
Kinetic Kittens. I actually, if I was going to get a Star Wars tattoo, it would be probably the symbol of the Rebels. That's probably what I'd do. I wouldn't get like Obi-Wan's face or something. Like, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Wildcat always said I fall asleep when I get tattoos. I don't even know. Thank you, Keltoid. Oh, all right.
I actually did fall asleep last time I got a tattoo.
I've never fallen asleep. I've pretty much been squirming off the table while my brother's like, Jess, sit still.
I put on music and then I'll check out.
Or I'm going to stop tattooing you right now. And he's like, you are the squirmiest person in the world. I'm not about pain. No, thank you.
Green Dream Project. They're cool. I like them.
Yeah, me too. Did they say something that you wanted
well,
to
they're
respond
just
to?
He's just talking to other people, but I just saw the name because chat moves so fast sometimes there's channels in here that I like and I don't notice that they're there. But I saw it.
All right. Thank y'all so much. The fridge list. All right. I bless y'all. I'm going to hang up the live stream now. Until next time.